legends only.
Okay.
This man has caused me more pain watching U.S. versus Mexico than anybody else. I mean, an absolute honor.
Thank you, guys.
Chicharito, everybody.
Javier Chicharito Hernandez. We're absolutely honored to be talking to you. I mean, it does feel, there's few times we've been doing this long enough where we don't necessarily get easily starstruck, but this is one of those moments.
No, guys.
Yeah. No, I'm serious. We were
exaggerating.
No, we're being honest. I saw you at the hotel eating dinner. I was like, what's Chicharito eating?
I want the same.
I said to the waiter, I go, give me the Chicharito, whatever he's having. And then I saw the bill, and I was like, give me half of the Chicharito.
No, but let's start with, look, being an MLS All-Star again, and I mean, this is an exciting experience because, look, when you came to MLS, it was obviously a big deal, and we all know, the business side of it, where they know Chicharito's going to attract a lot of attention. But when it comes to All-Star games, this is a different type of, this is the obvious, like, all right, everybody, MLS is here. We're competing against Liga MX. There's a little bit of, there's that bragging rights. But, as a Mexican player playing against, you played against Chivas just the other day. What does that role or responsibility feel like for you in getting more eyes on this league?
No, the only responsibility is that we came here to compete as well. We know what these 3 days means and all of these. Like you said, like a lot of crowd, a lot of people, a lot of media, a lot of exposure, if you want to tell. It's part of this, but we come here to win. For example, in my case, I'm gonna play today the skills challenge, so I'm gonna try to win as well, try to give everything. And then on the game, we're gonna compete. We don't come here just to just walk around and just have fun and stuff. We come here, we're gonna have fun, we're gonna enjoy it. But as well, we want to play because we are very grateful that they chose us to be over here. So yeah, that's gonna happen. And I was talking with Alexis and I was talking with a few guys from La Liga MX yesterday at dinner, and they're coming with the same mentality, man. Of course, it's a friendly match because we know what it means, but we both are going to compete and we're both going to try to win, of course.
By the way, I'm going to cut out the part where you said I'm talking to Alexis because that's my name, so I'm going to pretend.
Oh, really?
I'm going to pretend you meant me this whole time. Let's be honest. When the WhatsApp lights up and you're getting text messages from the homies in Mexico, and they're asking about MLS and wanting to play here, you getting a lot of these? Are we getting some players that are
Not
interested?
a lot, but I get a few. I get a few with friends that have friends around the professional like niche, and they'll probably try to find another team and stuff. They always ask me about MLS, and I tell them always like the same stuff that I received when I was asking before I came. It was like, this league is growing so much. This league is way better than people think and people talk about it. It's very competitive. And then, of course, you're living in a great country with a lot of opportunities, with a lot of safe measures. And as well, this league has a lot of exposure too. You can use this league as well for whatever you need. You want to go then to Europe, have a great exposure. Right. This league has everything that the best as they can to try to give the players whatever they need. If sometimes they need to get rid of one of their best players for the franchise, but it's the opportunity for that player to go to Europe, they're going to allow that. Like Pepe last year and a lot of players.
And you actually have a really cool perspective about that because you are from Mexico, but you played in Europe as well. So you've got that experience from both of those leagues. When you came to MLS, were you surprised at how advanced maybe the level of competition was?
Definitely. It surprised me in a very good way, and not because I was underestimating this league, but it was because, of course, a lot of people they're being 27 years, and then sometimes they don't want to give that credit that in 27 years you can do things a little bit quicker than a lot of other countries. We're talking about the other leagues that they have hundreds of years in this business, and this one is 27 years around. Right. So the exponential growth that they've been showing. Sometimes a lot of countries feel threatened about it instead of just admiring that,
Okay, it's over for England. We're
not like that, man. No, not like that. But we're talking about 27 years.
Of course,
I just see this league all around the world, man, and how many teams are going to come in the future as well, and the players that want to come here, man. It's like, it's serious. This league is serious, a little bit quiet. I'm thinking about the long run.
Well, that's good. We're doing it below the radar. Exactly. We're going to surprise them all.
Exactly. And one of the things why I'm so excited to talk to you is because you're truly one of my favorite players, athletes, just personalities. You are the thing I appreciate the most is that you're just so sincere about who you are. You're very genuine, whether your successes, your struggles.
And for the context, for the fans, vulnerability and Latin machismo don't often go together. So you've broken that mold, and it's a real inspiration to us both.
It's a thing that we've talked. We're both. I'm Dominican, he's Cuban, and it is a thing. I remember a couple years ago, you were on like a Instagram Live, and you were talking about that exact thing about those challenges in Hispanic culture. What maybe propelled you to get to the point where you felt like, oh, I need to talk about this because it's becoming a real problem?
It wasn't. Realistically, I didn't think about mental health, about spirituality, and about all that stuff because I needed or I have to. It was something that I was living in that moment, and and I still live. Like, it's the only thing that makes sense. Of course, I just feel like, oh, then this
Wow.
I wait, and then you do something with this guy. You
Look at this.
What's up, guys?
Four Latinos in the corner.
¿Qué pasa aquí?
Chismando.
Yo quiero hablar en español, ¿eh?
¿Quiere hablar en español?
¿Qué prefieres?
Pues
No empiezo con esa cosa mexicana porque yo no lo entiendo. Yo no sé lo que es güey, yo no sé lo que no mames.
No sabes. No sabes.
Yo sé un poco. Yo sé un poco.
Okay.
Yo voy a decir, oye, chico, coño.
I don't even know where to continue. I don't know if we should finish your
Switch,
point.
we got this guy.
We are here now with Carlos.
Why? How are you friends?
Pivot.
Don't you guys supposed to hate each other?
Well,
who said that?
Look at this. You guys are getting along. On FIFA, when I play, you guys don't like each other.
We are good actors. Look like.
fake it until you make it, no?
Are you also going to do the skills challenge?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
I
'Cause
left
was going to
it.
say, are you going to
Lazy.
try to beat him?
He have to show if he's good or not.
Ah.
I know already. We are good.
You know what? Now that I have the two of you here,
Cabrón.
quick question. Best taco spot in LA?
We were talking about the other day about that.
Oh, okay.
My house.
Your house?
My house.
We invited, bro. We going.
You're
We're going out. What do I do? Just yell, Carlitos?
Carlita.
In Beverly Hills. Yeah.
Of course, Beverly Hills.
In Beverly Hills, bro. He's not living in East LA. No, he's not in Los Feliz. No. Eagle Rock? No, thank you, bro.
This is surreal. I can't believe this is happening.
Remember when we requested to interview both of these guys? We didn't think it was going to happen at once.
No, not at all. This is wild.
All-Star game. This thing happened. This thing happened.
Well,
Do you-
expect the unexpected, no?
What do we think about the season? LAFC, LA Galaxy, both very competitive, very strong.
Oh, kind of.
What do we think moving forward? What do we
yeah,
do we want to make a prediction maybe?
What?
My prediction is LA Galaxy going to playoffs. That's my prediction.
Okay.
And
You
then we'll
heard it
see.
here first.
Okay. Yeah, this is like
These guys are.
We are good.
yeah. I mean, okay. I want to ask this at least from a player on LAFC and LA Galaxy, seeing. I mean, the names. Obviously, there's already superstars on LAFC and
Gareth
LA
Bale,
Galaxy, Gareth Bale,
Ricky
Chiellini.
Hughes,
Everybody's
these
like,
two.
how do they work the books? How does this all happening? But to work with these players coming into LAFC, this is pretty incredible, no?
Yeah, of course. I mean, in the end, when you play with good players, everything is easy.
Okay.
You enjoy more to have quality in your side and make your job easy. So we're enjoying. We're in a good way, and of course, we have to finish getting the trophy. It's the only thing we have on mind.
Yeah, and finally LAFC have stars. Finally.
By the way,
That's right.
He's worse.
That's right.
He's
That's
worse.
right.
No, wait.
No,
he's
that's
worse.
right.
I feel like you're not getting invited to this taco cookout. By the way, your handlers are very mad at us. You gotta go, bro.
Yeah.
This was great. You don't have to leave yet, Carlos.
Chicharito.
Staying here.
Yeah, Carlos. No. Go on.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. All right.
They're not bringing him back. That was absolutely legendary.
Unbelievable.
Bro, Carlos Vela and Chicharito touched this microphone, bro.
Okay, there were. We've never had that many people photograph us to do anything.
That's not true, bro. You should see when I walk out of a pizza shop. The paparazzi's there. The pizza-razzi's there.
Unreal.
Yes. No. We're comedians. We like an audience. Please.
Okay. I mean,
You see him in the background, bro. This is vibes.
this is wild.
We are at. He did come back.
He did come back.
We are back.
Carlitos. Yeah, this
You know what's
is
funny? That's the first time I've heard it said with an S. Because Cubans, we don't really pronounce the S, so we say Carlito.
Carlito, but you.
Carlitos.
Carlitos. That's usually how they say it.
Dos.
But we don't say the S's on words.
Why?
Because we're Cuban. We're quick. Everything's fast. We're not relaxed like
We are
Mexicans.
close from Cancun, so
Oh, you're from Cancun?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
many Cubans there.
Yeah. You said it like you want him out. No, I'm only kidding. He's like, it's too many, really.
Any Dominicans in Cancun?
Also, but Mark Cuban.
You got a vendetta, dude.
It is fun. Yeah, it's always like that wondering of, I don't know how many Dominicans or Cubans you know that are also into soccer, football, but I don't know, we have to represent the Caribbean, the Caribbean
yeah.
to because soccer's growing in the
It's
Caribbean
not just
as well.
Bad Bunny out there.
It's
not.
not. We have more than that.
Yeah, we have more than that. Talk to me about the move. First of all, massive Arsenal fan. Thierry Henry's my favorite player of all time, and I never have a shirt with his name on it. I got a shirt with your name on it.
Good choice.
Yeah, because you're from here, dog. Like, we got to represent for this hemisphere. But talk about that move when you came to LAFC and seeing the insanity of the 32-52 and just how exciting it is and the stars that are coming in.
Yeah.
This must feel like an absolute wonder for you.
Yeah, crazy. Imagine I come here as a first player.
Right.
Was nothing around, no stadium, no
Right.
facility.
It's just you by yourself.
Yeah, no, honestly. When I signed and I was taking the flight to LA just for the presentation and back to play 6 more months in Spain, I was on the plane saying like, where I'm going? Maybe it's nothing there. And then they
No
signed like,
stadium
no
yet?
team, nothing.
Right. Nothing.
And after that I come in and was like already the 32-52 getting crazy, make a first day for me was
Yeah.
like a lot of people jumping, getting fun. I was like, okay, this is will be special.
Yeah, they're having a good time out
yeah,
there.
honestly,
It's a
we
party.
create. Yeah, it is.
It
Every
is.
time we play at home, it's a big party. So for us, when we play at home, it's like we have to do a good job. We have
Right.
to do some show for them because they are waiting for that. They are like, they wait 5 days to that moment. For
Really?
them, that 2 hours is crazy. So we feel we have to do at least a good
Right,
game.
right.
Bring everything because they are doing that.
Because we were talking to Chicha about this, about how the comparison with MLS being a much younger league versus some of the leagues in Europe and other countries, but the first day of LAFC felt like, has this team been around for
It had a
70,
it had a
80 years?
Showtime Lakers.
You know what happened? It's LA is a lot Latins.
Yeah.
And
Exactamente.
the Latin we always make party
Right.
for everything. So
If you've never been to a quinceañera, you don't know,
yeah,
bro.
like-
Everything's a
like,
party.
I mean, like, that was easy because if you put Mexican, Latins
Yeah.
together,
Yeah.
they get crazy.
All you gotta do is throw a ball.
Yeah,
Throw a ball.
yeah,
Go
let's
party.
go. Like, we make it.
Yeah.
Like anything you make there will be good. So that's a good advantage we have in LA.
One of the things I love about you is how big of an NBA fan you are.
Yeah, that's always a.
You're a Lakers guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I always follow LeBron. So now I'm in LA.
Okay.
LeBron is there,
Right.
so everything
So where
put
you go where
together.
LeBron
So
goes.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So
exactly.
now, Bronny, are you going to follow his kid next?
Oh, I have to.
The whole family,
The
bro.
whole family will be together.
Dude, we're both Knicks fans. What do you think it's going to take for the Knicks to win anything ever?
Looks tough, man.
He hit me with a
I mean,
oof.
I like when big cities make a good teams and
Yeah.
fight for championship and stuff, but I don't know what happened in Knicks. Like
Bro, me neither.
every year is the year of the Knicks, and
Right.
We're gonna
nothing
keep
happened.
saying
Nothing
it.
happened.
We're
Even
going to keep
play
saying
out.
it. Isn't it crazy? It's the third most valuable sports team in the world.
It's crazy.
And we
It's
can't
crazy.
win. Imagine we won.
What it
Yeah,
is,
we can compete to win. Yet.
Nothing.
What it
It's
is
crazy.
that we need 4,000 owners like LAFC has to really
Maybe.
get a lot of new
Maybe.
ideas.
Maybe I'm more heads to think
Yeah,
what
yeah,
you are
yeah.
doing wrong.
Will Ferrell, buy
Yeah.
the Knicks.
Yes,
I wanna-
please.
I want to ask you this. This might be a personal question, so you don't have to answer it.
Okay.
Your hair was getting crazy at one point. Super long, very luscious. What's the decision? Is it like a game day thing for you? Do you decide like I want to wear my hair like this? I'm gonna let it grow. Is it? Are you psyching out the other players?
Honestly, I'm like really lazy guy about go to
Okay.
cut my hair.
Okay.
But it's like it's too long. I cut it. Like some
Yeah?
days it's like cut me short because I don't want to come back like in
Right.
3 months or 5 months. So it depends how I am. Of course, with family, you don't have enough time to
Yeah.
sometimes to
Right.
go and stay there cutting your hair. But
Don't they cut it in the hotels on the
no,
road?
honestly, my wife cut my hair most of the time. Yeah, it's true.
You're making tacos. Your wife's cutting your hair. You can leave your house.
That's true.
You
My
wouldn't,
wife-
you wouldn't tell because you didn't you were in GQ, right? Or what?
Yeah.
And you did the all denim.
Yeah.
Right? You did all that.
That's right.
That was okay. So you wouldn't be able to tell that there's any laziness when it comes to your
when
image.
I'm there, I don't say that. I say, like, I prepare myself for 2 hours.
I have a 17-step
I
skin
just come
program.
straight from there.
Bella's doing makeup tutorials.
I have 48 eye creams. Very important.
Look in my blog.
Carlos, I think you got to go, man.
Yeah.
There's your.
I do want to ask you this though, because you have something about you that seems like very, especially on the team with the younger players. You have like a little bit of like almost like a father figure for some of these younger players. Like you help guide their career. End of when you're done playing in 10, 15 years, whenever you want. What do you want to do? You want to be a coach? You
No.
want to do media?
No, not yet. I'm not sure. Like right now, if you ask me, I don't want it. But maybe when I retire, you are boring at home.
Yeah.
Right.
Eat a lot of tacos. I have
Yeah,
to
yeah,
move.
yeah.
You know?
When you look more like me and
like,
not
oh,
like him.
I have to do something. So who knows? But right now, if you tell me tomorrow, I would say no. But I don't close any door. So
Okay.
I'm open for everything.
Yeah.
I
Right.
cannot wait for the Carlitos NBA podcast. It's going to be
Ooh,
huge.
imagine.
It's going to be huge.
I'm more for that direction than
Yeah.
than football.
Let's go. We need you in.
Right?
We need you in
Yeah,
media.
right now-
In New York.
Yes, come to New York.
Careful.
Fix the Knicks.
Yeah, I will.
Right now, you can focus on beating the Liga MX All-Star. So,
For sure.
Carlos, un placer, hermano.
My God, un honor.
Cuídense. Take care.
Wow.
Take care.
Cuídense.
Impresionante.
Adiós.
Okay.